Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about your twin flame relationship not going deeper. So if you are in this journey since long and you see that the relationship is not expanding, it's not growing, it's being stagnated in the same place, probably you are in union, you are in conversation, you may be in physical touch, but you don't see it growing. Okay, and you are healing. It's not like you are not healing, you are definitely healing. So, what's the block behind this not growing? Generally, the block behind in such situation is expectation. Okay, expecting it to grow in the way you want and not the way in which it is divinely orchestrated. So, that's just a control, and control is not something that you want. Your divine being doesn't enjoy in control. Your divine being, your divine self enjoys in surrender, surrender to God. Okay, surrender to the journey, surrender to the healing process. Okay, so if you feel like you need to just heal and that is enough for you to be growing in this journey, then it is also not enough. I'll tell you why. Because most people see healing as a way of extracting what they want, okay, which is generally a manifestation technique, but it's not a twin flame technique. It's not a way. So this journey doesn't just demands you to receive love from your twin flame. It doesn't just demands you to heal and then just sit in the corner and wait for your twin flame to give you things. Okay. Because that is a block. That is a block towards receiving. If you feel love for your twin flame and if divine wants this love to flow towards them, and it could mean you taking initiative, what you feel in your heart. It could mean you being actively and one sidedly giving only love unconditionally to your twin flame. If the flow of love is flowing through you and going to your twin flame, and if you are trying to control that love, then that is where this journey will stop. That is where it doesn't deepens, because your twin flame deserves to be loved. Okay, and you deserve to be loved as well. There is no, so this is a very common block in the entire consciousness. Since most people, most like 90% of the people are not knowing about their twin flame, they are not aware about it. So most of them feel drained in their relationships, and that is what most of us have gone through. Like, you might not feel reciprocated in your soulmate and karmics relationships. So that is where your this pain, this emptiness, this feeling of not being loved, not being reciprocated, or even if the person is loving you like your soulmate or karmic, you don't really feel loved because they are not your twin flame. Love is an energy, it's not an act, it's not an action, it's not a behavior, it's not flowers, it's not giving you all the good things in the external. Love is an energy. Only your twin flame carries that frequency, that energy, which really makes you feel loved. So, if you had been in previous relationships where you were not reciprocated, not loved, then yeah, there is a block, and that block, if not healed, it carries on in your twin flame journey, where your ego will automatically try to control you from sharing, from giving love to your twin flame. And it is not just a giving block, it's a receiving block too. Okay, so what now this bad experiences from your past relationship, what it does is it will stop you from being vulnerable. It will say that you don't have to invest emotionally, and the propaganda that ego suggests you is just heal and wait to receive and never give back love so that you can always be safe. You should not be vulnerable, you shouldn't be invested in any way. Okay, so that is ego's agenda, that's not your agenda. That's the agenda that might have worked in the past relationships, but in this twin flame relationship, what will happen is your relationship will stop to grow, it will stop to expand, because your twin flame is not just here to give you love, they are also here to get loved. And there is no difference if it is just one sided as well. Okay, it is not one sided, for sure it won't be. It's a dance. Okay, it's a dance. It's just like if you are healing and waiting in the corner and waiting for your twin flame to dance without you, that is not possible. You heal so that you can dance with them together. You can join them in the dance in every corner of your life, in every corner of your consciousness. Okay. So this is why I'm saying that it is a receiving block and it's not just a giving block, because when you are in unconditional love, when you love is itself unconditional, like the moment you tap into love energy, there is nothing like unconditional or conditional, it's automatically unconditional. The very nature of love itself, love energy, love vibration is unconditional. It knows just to give, and in that giving you feel the same amount of love. There is no difference when you give love, because the person whom you are giving love is feeling something which you are already feeling when you have that love energy. But because of this block, this particular block, you are unable to tap into that zone, because God has already created you in unconditional love. You are already love. There is no there is no scarcity of love. Even if you end up spending it here and there won't be any scarcity of love until unless you have a block. Why? Because let's compare it with a scenario. So if there is no rain happening, then the water doesn't get collected in the pond, and it automatically becomes insufficient to serve the society, to the people who takes and draws water from that pond. So if you are a pond and God is rain, then God pours you with overflowing of love. So the moment there is block, then that block is not between the pond and the user. The block is itself initially between the pond and the rain. Okay, so if you have any block which your twin flame shows you, then that is the block between you and God. God is the source of all the love energy. So if you get disconnected from love, from God, then that pouring, you will feel empty and a limited, a limited, you will feel limited. Like you will feel like you are not enough, or someday it is going to get over and empty if people keep taking water from the pond. So the idea is that you stay connected with God. And how do you stay connected with God? You stay connected with God when you clear the blocks between you and God, which is shown by your twin flame. Okay. And that's when you will always be fulfilled and overflowing with love. And you will feel really good in loving your twin flame. You will not feel the need to control the love that wants to flow towards them from you. Okay. Because it's only love that is going to let them know that this relationship is something different. It's not a normal place, it's not a normal thing, it's not a usual thing. Only when a person is loved, they really understand the depth, they find the purpose of being in the relationship. And that's when you don't feel like you have to force yourself to dance with someone, to share your love. That's when you will feel like, okay, you are free in this relationship, even, and you are perfectly safe in this relationship, in investing all your love, all your energy. So understand that if there is any bargaining happening in your head, it is all coming from ego. It's coming from the previous blocks. There is no bargaining when you are sharing your love, even if it's unreciprocated in the external, because the moment you shared it, you received it. You felt equally good in sharing as much as the person receiving. Also, understand that you will definitely feel depleted and compromised if you are trying to share your love to your twin flame when you are not connected to God. That is when you will feel compromised, because compromise comes from lack, and it comes only when you feel like you are being depleted, and you feel depleted only when you have blocks between you and God. Okay. So you don't need to bargain to extract love from them, and you don't need to compromise to share the love. The only thing that you need to do is let the flow between you and God, the source, and you remain as it is. And how to keep that, how to keep the connection between you and God always flowing, that's happen only when you choose to heal. And what should you heal? You don't need to heal thousands of blocks to be able to receive or share or give. You just need to heal the present block, the which is being shown by your twin flame or in your consciousness, and that's all. That's all. This journey is not a linear, straight away graph. It is like you will go up, and then there will be some blocks that will come up. You will have to heal, then it will go up and down. So it's like a mountain, but there will be a lot of difference between the final point and the initial point. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much.